Hello, everyone, and welcome to Meow Mix, the Carolina Panthers podcast. My name is Steven.
My name is Jerry.
And we are here to, unfortunately, talk about another coulda, woulda, shoulda win for the Panthers turned into a loss. God, Jerry, these are starting to hurt. These are starting to hurt a little bit. Like this, again, I understand the overall picture. Future looks bright. You know, all blah 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 blah. And I do feel that way. But man, like these are like slipping through our fingers.
Yeah, okay. Kansas City, Tampa Bay, Philadelphia, all three are most likely going to the playoffs. All three we had a chance to win.
Yeah.
Two
we should have won. We win in 9 times out of 10.
Yes. I mean, Chuba fumbles. How often has that happened? Very rarely.
Rarely.
Again, this game here, Xavier Legette had it in his breadbasket and he dropped it. I would say how many times
does that happen?
At least once a game.
I think it happened 3 times in this one. Like it's starting to become a real thing.
It is. He needs to write his Santa Claus list and ask for a jugs machine this year from Santa,
or better gloves or something. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
I mean, he caught it with his body. That was part of his problem, and he didn't even cradle it that well. I mean, he was wide open, wide open, which is encouraging, right? Like he can get open.
Yeah. He's shown this. He can get open. He can get to spots that the ball can be delivered to him. He's just got to complete the catch, and he's. This is the biggest part. Like I can kind of forgive in a rookie season bad route running. I can forgive timing being off. I can forget a boneheaded penalty every once in a while. But you got to come into the NFL being able to catch, especially the easy ones.
I'll agree that he needs to catch. But better that he needs to do that. But I also think in this certain respect that I could see him getting better. And I am very frustrated at this because he dropped 3 balls this game. He's dropping one.
Yeah.
So it's getting on my nerves. I know this was a very, very costly drop. Wide open.
They all were. Yeah.
Like, I just assumed he caught it. Like,
it looked like it, you know, just kind of watching in real time.
I was dancing. It said touchdown.
Me too.
And then they waved it off, and I was like, what? And then I saw the replay, and I was like, well, the ref got it right. Can't really yell at them for that.
Yeah. It's easy enough to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and I'm certainly not saying that this is who he's going to be his whole career. He will get better. I believe that because as we've talked about and as you just referenced earlier, he wants to get better, right? Mm-hmm. He is that kind of guy. He's going to put the work in. He's going to put the work in. And I do believe he will be better next season. But, this is now Jerry, if we win those 3 games,
or 2 of them.
We're a game. No, even if we win, I'm saying if we win all 3, but even if we win 2, like the playoff hunt is a real thing. If we win 2 or 3 of those games, and it feels now, that we're playing so well against these playoff teams that, imagine if we'd been healthy all season. Imagine if they had gotten to Bryce, started the season looking like this, right? This season could have been very different.
100% different. But at this time, it's not. I mean, I hate saying it like that. Losing Derek Brown, losing Shaq Thompson back-to-back, it's just so early in the season. I mean,
it puts you behind.
Put us behind
Josie Jewell,
Josie Jewell was missing most of the season.
Yeah. Wanham. I mean, all these guys who have turned out to be really important. We didn't have for long. Thielen, we didn't have for long periods of time. And now we've got J.C. Horn, who might be out for a while.
Well, I mean, we just knew that was eventually going to happen.
I know, but he's been pretty good this year. I wouldn't say he's been great, but I think he's been really very good for the most part. That's going to be a huge loss.
Yes.
You're going to be relying on Mike Jackson and Shaw Smith-Wade to, Dane Jackson, I guess, maybe if he is able to play himself back in there.
I don't know.
And the secondaries look good. Mm-hmm. You know, they look good today. Really good.
The defense overall looked really good today. Hats off to Evero. I thought he called a good game. We know the run defense is awful.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not going to say
I agree.
Giving up 6.7.
Yeah, well, right. I mean, 209 rushing yards, but we figured 300. So really, they did a pretty good job.
And Philadelphia was smart. They tried it. Unlike some of the other teams, I'm like, okay, we're a really bad run defense. Why are you not running more?
Well, every time they didn't run it, that's what I thought. I was like, thank God they're not running it. You know, because every time we would get a third down stop or something, it would be, you know, just a Jalen Hurts pass attempt, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's I agree with you. I think the defense did a really good job today. Only gave up 22 points.
Yep.
To a really good team.
Comments from Rebel X on our chat here. Our kicker needs to go. 4 points left on the field by him alone. Can the Panthers win out? Play spoilers. Let's start off with the kicker question. I don't think Panero needs to go, but I do think maybe bringing in another kicker because he is injured right now. And I think that bringing in thicker kicker or another guy just to let him rest because he's not right. I agree with that. We can't rely on him right now.
Yeah, I think this one, you know, one game you can give a little grace to, you can forgive a little bit. But this is now 2 games in a row where he's missed some big kicks. And I think, you know, again, does he need to go, like, as in never play for the Panthers again? I'm not sure about that. But for the rest of the season, I think yes. I think he needs to get healthy.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell. He was so good, and then all of a sudden, that injury. And
yeah.
Can the Panthers win out? Oh, excuse me. Has some hiccups here. Possibly. We play.
Can they? I think it's the fact that you're asking that question and we're not laughing in your face says that things have gone well like the last few weeks, right?
Yeah, I mean,
overall.
They play the Cowboys next Sunday on December 15th. I think that's a very winnable game. I'm not going to predict it yet, but I hate the Cowboys, and you can lean into my Panther fandom on which way I'm going to lead. Then the Cardinals. Who will be a tough game. I think their Cardinals are a good team this year. Not great, but good. And then we got the Bucks and Falcons, and I think both of those could be a win. So,
well, those are winnable games as well. I mean, we've already played the Bucks tough. You know, end of the season, who knows what's going to be happening with starting lineups and all this. I mean, you know, the Falcons may bench their starting quarterback now.
Yeah,
like that guy's been terrible, Kirk Cousins. Yeah, I mean, can they win out? You know, it's not impossible. I would say no, they won't. Again, this is a 3-11 now, 3-10 team.
Yeah,
for a reason, right? They're you know, so I would say I think we go 2-2. Yeah, that's realistic.
I definitely think that all of our remaining games are winnable. Now, can they win out? Will be interesting. I really hope they beat the Cowboys, to be honest with you. They could go 1-3, and that's the one I want to win.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, that would be the one. I think spoiler, I think they will beat the Cowboys.
I do, too. I think the Cowboys are disarray.
I think they might. I think they might. Yeah, I think they might show something against Cowboys, but we'll talk about that one middle of the week.
Yeah. Andrew, it was still I can't speak, guys, or I can't read. It still was a good game. Next year, we will win more games. We know that what this year is. I mean, agreed. None of us really thought we expected playoffs. So
no, of course not. But that is a good point. Like, this year is going the way we hoped it would.
Not at the beginning.
Minus a few. Right. Well, even then, if you look at the season as a whole, we started off terrible. We start off as a bad team.
Really bad.
We benched our starting quarterback. But since then, everything has kind of been a tick up, a tick up. And now those ticks are starting to get a little bigger, right? And the last thing to kind of put together is the win. And I think that's kind of where we're heading.
Yeah.
But this season, I think, if you would have asked me beginning of the season, we're 3-10, but here's the trajectory of the team, I think I'd have been happy about that.
Exactly. That's what you gotta hang your hat on as a Panther fan, at least in my opinion this year. Because even though Bryce Young this was his worst game since starting, in my opinion. Back, I felt like he was still good. He missed a lot of throws in my eyes. That one interception was his fault. But overall, I mean, I thought he'd played well. He dropped that ball in to score another game-leading fourth quarter touchdown. That's 3 or 4 games he's done that now in a row.
Yeah, I thought he actually played pretty well today. I wouldn't say it's his worst game since he's been back, but I think it's certainly the worst of the last 3. But I don't think he was bad, really. I think their defense is really good. I think he got a little more pressure than he expected, and certainly more than he's been used to over the last few weeks.
But he handled
that
it
interception.
great.
He did. He handled it really well. That interception, even that interception didn't look like the interceptions we saw in the beginning of the year, where it was just like, what are you even doing?
Yeah.
Right? Like, he was on the run. He had escaped some pressure. He's doing what you want to do, trying to go downfield. And, yeah, one got away from him. But that was the only one, and I think that was the only one close.
Oh,
and he might have had one more that was close.
And that's what his thing since he's come back is. He's taking care of the ball. Again, I'm not going to be boo-hoo on Bryce Young just because of a bad throw. He threw it, and I was like, okay. Like you, I saw where he was throwing it. He was under duress, and it got away from him. Okay, I could handle one like that.
Did it bother you when it happened? Because I'll be honest, it didn't bother me.
No, I mean,
like I wasn't like, oh my God, here we go again with Bryce. Like, I didn't feel that at all.
No, good defense, good pressure, a bad thrown ball. It happens in the NFL. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, but it's just kind of funny. Like, the change in my mindset with Bryce is now where I'm like, he'll bounce back from that. Yeah. I'm not worried about him. And that it's happened so quickly for me that, and I think he's earned it. Right? Like,
yeah.
It's so funny the turnaround that this has been.
I mean, honestly, we've got the 4 games left. Unless something dramatically happens, you could just bank on Bryce being here starting next year. I mean, he's looked the part in my eyes. Like, I have no questions that he's the starter going forward, and hopefully can become that franchise guy. Gonna grab some chats here if that's okay with you.
Sure.
Nirvash, I think I said your name right. If not, I'm sorry. Why in God's name would you draft a wide receiver who can't catch? That's like hiring an accountant who is bad at mathematics. Don't knock my my employee for hiring me. No, I get what you're saying, but that can also be taught. You can't teach his size, speed, and freakish athletic ability, and that's why they drafted him where they did. You could help.
And
go ahead.
Last year in college, he made some really, really tough catches.
Yeah.
And he's even made a couple of tough catches here. Like, I think he has the ability. I think he's either got the yips or he's just something's not quite connecting. But I think he will get better.
Yep. Rebel X. So 5 wins will land us where in the draft? Who would you want to take? And that he's glad for the Panthers right now. I think 5 wins. We're going to be sitting right around 10.
Somewhere between 8 and 10, I would say.
Best player available, honestly. Best player available, preferably on defense. But if they love somebody and they think he's a stud at wide receiver, grab him. I mean, what else do you got? I mean, edge, fine with edge. A defensive interior to pair with Derek Brown. If there's that kid, I can't think of his name.
I haven't even started looking at the draft
but
yet. So
he is a beast. That would be awesome. Pair him
that
with
kid,
Brown.
like, if they could somehow get that wide receiver from Arizona, his name escapes me, but he's kind of like a Marvin Harrison Jr. type talent. It seems like
he's a big body, physical type of receiver. I'm curious if they would go with another one after they just drafting Leggett, but I wouldn't hate it.
This kid is special, though. Yeah, this kid is special. And if there is another wide receiver who is as highly thought of as that, then sure. But yeah, I mean, I'm with you though. Best player available. If they could get, if they do sneak into the top 4, 5, 6, and they could get the top edge, like I think that's where I would go.
Yeah, I think edge would be the dream spot that falls to us with the best position, but anybody, I would even love to get another good linebacker in here. Because
Sure.
Josie Jewell, Shaq Thompson, neither one of them are going to be long here. So go
I
ahead
think
and...
Joel is a 3-year deal, right?
I don't know. I don't know that off the
I
top of
think
my
he
head.
got a 3-year deal. Yeah.
But either way, I would still like to go ahead and get another younger guy in here. Trevin Wallace has looked good, but I also am not banking on him becoming that solid starter that we want. But, I mean, he's still a rookie,
Yeah.
late round pick.
Been a little quiet
Yeah.
the last few weeks. But yeah, Joel's signed a 3-year deal, 3-year, $18 million. So I think that's good money for what he's giving us.
Yeah.
As long as he can stay healthy.
Yeah, see Prince brace his ball and get a number 1 receiver next year via free agency, draft defensive lineman. Yeah. I mean, T. Higgins
Yeah, I'd be fine with that too.
T. Higgins or Chris Godwin. So,
Yeah, Godwin coming off the injury, you worry about that a little bit. But I think Amari Cooper is also going to be available. I don't love him, but he has a really nice skill set. But yeah, I mean, I'd be fine. Honestly, I don't know who the defensive linemen are coming, or that they're going to be free agents. But, again, as long as they bring in the good talent, I don't really care where it comes from.
yeah. You think Rebel also asked if Thielen will retire? I don't think he will.
Retire? No.
I think he likes Bryce too. It seems like they have a good connection where I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, he had 9 catches for 102 yards today. Like, he's still very much involved and again, made a couple of tough catches, ran crisp routes. Like, he's still a valuable guy.
Jay, you're trying to make me. Jay says if the Panthers go 3-2, Jerry has to dye his beard process blue. First of all, sir, I just want to say that there's 4 games left, so that wouldn't work. So if we do go 2-2,
You should have just agreed to it, Jerry.
if we go 2-2, I'll see what I can happen. But I do actually have to work in public, so I can't really. I can't.
Yes, Jerry's often on video calls with executives. We gotta.
Yeah, it's a little difficult, but maybe I could figure something out where I could use like that temporary dye that I could quickly wash out.
Yeah, Kool-Aid or something. There's something that you could do, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I'm down with that. I'm fun. I have no problem. Like I said, I just have work-wise, I have to be careful.
Yeah. All right. Any other chats? I'm not looking at the chat right now. Sorry.
No, just some people agreeing with us. So,
That's
all right.
always nice.
Yeah.
Real quick though, I do want to say one more thing about Bryce. He ran 7 times today.
Wow, really?
7 for 29. Yeah, and he almost got that touchdown. I'm really happy that he is starting to use that part of his game. He is fast, than the average quarterback. He's not super fast, but and he's got the wiggle, right? He can make guys miss. So I'm happy to see that that where he's starting to kind of, if he sees a lane, just take it and go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy about that.
All right. Give us.
Everything all right there, Jay?
Yeah, looks like we're having an issue with YouTube.
Uh-oh. You got us paused, or?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Are we not? We're not streaming anymore. If we are, this is going to look real silly, Jerry.
Hey, we're a very professional team.
Real
It says
silly.
YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Great. I have no clue. I have good service here,
Okay.
so we'll keep
Looks
going.
like I can see us. Okay, whatever. Sorry about that, podcast people. I'll try to cut that part out. All right. Well, you want to go look at some stats?
Let's do the stats.
All right. How about I'll do the Panthers and you can do the Eagles? Sound good?
It's fun.
Panthers, 19 for 34 is Bryce Young, 191 yards. one touchdown, one interception. Again, not the best game that he's had since he's come back, but I still thought he was pretty dang good. His QBR was 85.8 and his QB rating was 70, so it's not terrible,
No, again, it is. He played well. He played it well enough to win. He dropped that ball in there for another game-leading touchdown, and it was dropped.
Yeah. Chuba, 26 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown. Chuba was really good in this game.
Yeah, I didn't mention this earlier. I was really happy that Canales stuck with the run this game. Just overall, it felt like a different game plan. He really kind of stuck to his guns, and I liked it. I mean, 26 for 92 is not the greatest, but it kept the defense honest.
Yeah, and he was moving forward, and they played really good run defense against him. So I thought he did pretty well. Jonathan Brooks went down with an injury, kind of buried the lead a little bit on that. Non-contact injury, some knee issue. Didn't look good, kind of limping off the field. It wasn't carted off the field, so that's good. I'm hoping it's not an ACL, same knee as the one that just got repaired, though. So, prayers out for him. I hope he doesn't have to go through another ACL.
Yeah, I mean, this was my biggest fear with him coming back this year was literally trying a little too early and tearing his ACL again. And I hope that's not what happened. I hope he's healthy, and he's probably hoping he sprained it, will be out a couple days and get back.
Yeah, I mean, let's hope. Receiving wise, Thielen 9 for 102. Xavier Legette 2 for 39 on 8 targets. We know he at least had 3 drops. David Moore 2 for 25. Chuba 4 for 15. Devin Tompkins 1 for 7. Tommy Trimble 1 for 3. And Jatavion Sanders 0 receptions on 1 target. I don't know. I'll have to look and see if he was on a snap count. But not the same guy we saw before he went out.
No, and I thought that Tommy Trimble touchdown, I thought that was going to be him, but instead it was Trimble, which he got it, so I'm not going to be too upset with that.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mention that was a touchdown, yeah.
But still, I hope they were trying to ease him back in because, I agree. He was great right before that injury. Same with Jalen Coker. It's I feel like we're missing him kind of grow because of the injury.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
and, we failed to mention one of Bryce's incompletions is a really nice pass he had, escaping pressure down the field, and Sanders kind of let up way before he should have, started kind of jogging backwards. Would have had a catch, I think, had he just continued to run. So, maybe he's just not mentally ready to get back after that hit. I don't know, but I hope he progresses a little more. Go look at the defense real quick. Josie Jewell, 10 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 2 tackle for loss. Really, really good game today.
Yeah.
JC, 6 tackles. Again, he went out with the injury. Trevin Wallace, 6 tackles. Let's see. DJ Wanham had a sack. Ashawn Robinson had a sack and a half. 4 sacks for the Panthers. I mean, this edge rushing group continues to get better. And again, before the bye, awful. After the bye, they've been very good.
And Evero's dialing up more blitzes and stuff, and I think that's what this team needed.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't leave them out there without getting pressure on the quarterback. I mean, whenever Hurts had enough time, it usually was a completed pass. Even though I felt like Mike Jackson had a great game. J.C. Horn
He had one of his best games, I think.
J.C. Horn was having a solid game. Just unfortunately, when too much time's back there, a professional wide receiver is going to get open.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, they played well today. Anybody else you want to call out on the defense? DJ Johnson had a nice tackle.
No, I was really just going to glowingly talk about Josie Jewell and DJ Wanham. I mean, Chow Smith-Wade has continued to look pretty solid out there.
Yeah, and he might be playing a lot more if DJ Moore's out. Yeah, but shout out to Josie Jewell. I mean, specifically, since he's been back, he's been a monster. He's been really good. I didn't know that he was this good when they signed him. I didn't know that
Honestly,
he was going to be this good.
I thought he was a solid starter, but he has played better than I expected. Does that make sense?
No, that's exactly how I feel.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly how I feel. And Wanham as well, by the way. Wanham's been a beast, and we're lucky to have both those guys. Dan Morgan, turns out this this draft and free agency that he had, pretty damn good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you look at this draft, you're looking at 4 or 5 guys that will probably become starters or at least solid role players. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a win.
yeah,
And then the free agency, like you said, the 2 big guards up front, win. Josie Jewell, win. I mean,
yeah.
trading that draft pick for Mike Jackson, win.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Jackson's not the best corner in the world, but
He's
been
a
a
capable
starter for us
starter.
all season long. Yeah,
Capable
it's
starter.
certainly a good trade.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts, real quick, 14 for 21, 108 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. They knew the way to win was through the run game, smartly. Saquon Barkley, 20 for 124 yards. Honestly, I thought we played better than I expected against him.
They didn't run it as much as I thought they would. I mean, every time he touched it, he went for 8 yards. It seemed like, right?
Oh, yeah.
He just was really good. But only 20 rushes for him. If it was me, I'd have rushed him to at least 5 to 7 more times than that.
Yeah.
I'd have rushed him, once more a drive maybe. But he was great. He was great. That felt like they could have done whatever they wanted against the run, and for some reason they passed it 31 or 21 times.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts, 8 for 59 and a touchdown, and Kenneth Gainwell, 3 for 26.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown, 4 for 43, and he got, I think, 2 of those right when Horn went out. Devontae Smith, 4 for 37 and a touchdown. Grant
Calcaterra.
Whatever. 3 for 16 with that touchdown. All right, now going to the defense. Nakobe Dean, 12 tackles. Zach Bond, 11 tackles. I mean, I'm not going to go over them. We held them to only 1 sack, though, and I think that was very impressive.
Yeah, again, this offensive line is good. Even the patchwork. I think they could probably put Brady Christensen back in at center and take Cade Mays out. I thought that some weird things with the snap in this game. They had a few false starts they shouldn't have had, and I think some of that was on Cade Mays from what it sounds like. So.
Yeah, I'm not a good O-line aficionado, so I'm not going to talk.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think there was one block he missed, too, that was pretty blatant, but I felt like Cade Mays has played decent. It could be the fact that he has 2 really great guards next to him. But
that's got to help.
Yeah, so.
It's got to help.
I don't know. I'm going to let the pros decide that one.
Okay. We'll check back in on Wednesday.
Okay. When I'm angry and I'll say something else. But overall, quickly, we have some here.
Hang on one sec. Just want to correct one thing. Eddie P, he only missed the extra point. He didn't miss another field goal. So only 1 miss for him today.
Oh, okay.
Yep. All right, go ahead.
Total yards, Carolina had 302 to Philadelphia's 292. Turnovers, Panthers had that 1 Bryce Young interceptions. They did not force any turnovers on Philadelphia. 20 first downs to Philly's 18. I mean, again, we played this game to the best that we could. We gave ourselves a chance.
We outgained them, 302 to 292.
Yeah.
We kept them from time of possession. I mean, we had 33 minutes of time of possession. They had 26. So that was a really, really big W for the Panthers right there. Good game plan by Dave Canales.
Yeah. I went for it up for 5 times on 4th down.
Yeah.
And went and got it 3 times. So,
yeah.
Again.
Yeah. A couple of more on that last drive.
I like the aggressiveness, especially this team right now. Show that you have faith on them. There's not much going on.
They'll get that experience if nothing else, right?
Exactly. And you know what? You'll get better at this type of situation.
Yep.
Penalties, 7 for 43 on Carolina and 7 for 40 for Philly. I mean,
nothing egregious in this game, really. Just kind of noticed the fact that the Panthers couldn't seem to a couple of delay of games that are uncharacteristic.
yeah. All right. I mean, heroes and zeros?
Yeah. Let's see. Hero. I feel like there are some good options here. I'm gonna go Adam Thielen.
Good
he
one.
was clutch on a lot of third downs, a fourth down. He 11 targets. He was heavily targeted, and he kept catching the ball. So I'm gonna go Adam Thielen.
That's a great one. I agree. Adam Thielen definitely deserves the award. I also believe Josie Jewell does as well. I believe that this defense held a very good Eagles team in check, and I think he was the catalyst for that. So giving it to Josie Jewell.
Yeah, he was the other one that I was thinking. So I think those are two good choices there. All right, zeros. Who you got?
I'm gonna go to Leggett. I'm sorry, you keep dropping 3 passes. This game is too big, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's the place to go. Yeah, I'll agree with you, Leggett.
Okay. Hey, one thing is, gambling for the children
I
hit.
was about to ask about that.
Yes,
Yeah.
so we are up to 146. I know we didn't bet a lot of only $5 this week because neither one of us felt good about this game.
Yeah, we just weren't confident.
But we got the Cowboys next week.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm going to be gambling for the Steven on that one as well. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that might be it.
Yep. We want to thank everyone for listening. If you like the show, please let your friends know. Please follow us on Twitter @meowmixpodcast.com. If you like the show, please let your I lost where I was at on my little verbiage thing. But hey, guys, check out our t-shirt shop on tpublic.com/user/meowmixpodcast. It'll be in the description of the YouTube channel and for the podcast. Check it out. There's shirts, sweatshirts. I think shirts are only $16 right now, so I would get that. We got the Carolina Reaper dollar bill and the Army Meow shirts.
Those are excellent prices.
Yeah,
Quality
60.
merchandise.
When I was looking for them, I was not going to find a place that was stupidly expensive. I saw one place that wanted to charge like $30 a shirt. I was like, no.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot, unfortunately.
I'm like, I'm not paying $30 for a shirt.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine.
I feel
I wouldn't
so
want
dumb every
somebody to
time I
pay.
do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be back middle of the week to talk Cowboys.
Yep.
Until then.
Wait. Hi, Final Boss. Bye, Final Boss. Go.
Oh, bye, Final Boss. Until then, everybody stay safe out there and keep pounding.